All right, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Today we are playing Orwell. So, last time we kind of did an oopsie and accidentally blew up a mall. So, today I want to try and make sure that we are super observant and don't do that again, because that seems like a bad thing. So, let's see. It looks like everything is good. We got video, audio. It all seems to be good. So let's go ahead and get an intro going, and then we'll get started. So here we go. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Enigma Night Gaming. My name is Liara, and I will be your guide in today's adventure. Today we're playing Orwell, keeping an eye on you, and in today's episode, we need to recover from the fatal mistake we made in our last episode. We let the killer bomb a mall. And today we need to catch them. We need to do whatever we can to try and not make that mistake again. Can we do it? Well, without further ado, let's hop into the game. All right. So we are on day 3. Well, we will be as soon as we advance this. We're logging into Orwell. All right. So we basically last time ended up tracking down Harrison O'Donnell. We found some more info, or we found some info about Goldfellas, that's the professor, and Juliet Carrington and Nina. So I kind of think, I'm wondering if Nina might be the reason, because the mall was her target, her suggestion of a target. So it's kind of suspicious. He is definitely a loudmouth. He definitely is more than happy to claim credit for everything, but I'm not sure. Like, they both seem to be like, no, I'm in charge, no, I'm in charge. So I'm not sure if Juliet or Harrison is actually in charge. And I think Goldfellas might be out of the picture now. I'm really not sure. I think he may have planted all the seeds and then kind of been like, peace out. I don't know about Nina, though. She is definitely a person of interest. So let's go ahead and go to next day and see what we can find out. Unperson? What kind of... Unperson? What? Here we are again, after having stared into the abyss. Not unscathed, but alive. And still with a job. I mean, that's good, because we did definitely screw up. I was able to keep us in the business. My superiors don't want to give up on Orwell just yet. That's good. Needless to say, we cannot afford to repeat a failure like yesterday. The TMB is already starting to tear us apart. This Nina character is the final member of thought that we don't have concrete information on. I agree, we need to find out about her. Since Harrison's plan with the government building turned out to be a dead end, we need to get a clearer picture of this loose thread. Yes, because Nina it was her idea to bomb a mall, and that's what ended up getting bombed. So she may have more power than we've given her credit for. Her stance towards law enforcement just gives us one more reason, as you found out yesterday. Focus on Nina, but keep watching all the others too. All right. Oh, we got a listener. Let's see. From unknown person. Is this from Nina? Hey, forgot to charge my phone tonight, and yeah, so I have to do this the old-fashioned way. I really wanted to thank you for the very nice evening. I haven't enjoyed myself so much in, well, ever. Only to be topped by that night, that is. I was hoping you'd drop by CCC and come pick me up tonight. We can cook together, maybe watch something. And who knows, maybe continue where we left off. You in? Honey, I just realized I've never been to your place even after all these years we've known each other. So, I figure you're hiding another love affair of yours there. Are you? Probably your ex. The one you've been talking about ever so often when I was around. That would be Juliet, right? Or this girl that's always yammering on about how she despised the safety bill. Nina, I think. Okay. Let's add that to Nina's profile. We found a related document. Why would someone oppose the safety bill? We have the lowest crime rate in years, or possibly ever. You and me, we have a job thanks to the bill. The only reason not to support it is if you have a dirty past. I mean, we may be a bit biased. With the situation as heated as it is, that sounds like someone we should have a very close look at. We need a full examination first. A concrete background. Who is she? Second, what motivates her? What does she want? And finally, where was she around the time of the bombings? Let's see, where the rest of the email. Come to think of it, for all that torment, you owe me big time, so I really demand you to come to your place. I love you, Marka. P.S. If you're going to the city center today, please take care of yourself. With all the bombs and stuff, don't stay any longer than necessary, okay? All right. I want to see if we can turn this down just a little bit. It's a little loud. Let's see. I think that's okay. Okay, so Nina opposes the safety bill, does she? We've got some new entries on thought. So let's see. What is this one? The thoughts are free. Metamorphosis. Okay, so this was published by Hancock. The fight for freedom will be carried into the streets starting today, and thought will be the spearhead. This is Harrington, right? That's his name, and I believe Harrison. The government consists of only buttheads. Ah, the beauty that is freedom of speech. Isn't it great that in this country I can say whatever I please? Okay, so we did read this, right? So we read his argument. We must have new comments. This is a great moment. I'm glad we finally get to action. Any plans where we strike first? Who do you think I am? Of course we do. We'll hold a nice little proclamation where we were born. Let's piss off the so-called young elite. No offense, Abe. My friends, though I share your enthusiasm towards acquiring people's attention, it would be better to avoid Stelligan as the place of any demonstration for the moment. Because of the increased student fees, the atmosphere is heated up enough as is. We might be able to get back to Stellington later on. Ah, what a pity, but you're probably right, Abe. So what about holding a proclamation on a government building then? Sounds like a worthy first demo. Unroll the banners from the roof, that kind of thing. So this is Nina's comment. I think we need to strike into the heart of the everyday people to really cause a stir. We should go for storming a Bonton Mall as our first thing. Maybe even wait until it's all busy, say around Christmas. Although I know we want to gather more people to join us, we should not discuss the matter here. There are eyes out there who might be malevolent towards us. Okay, do we have a new thing here? Oh, this is published by... Okay, this is published by Concerned. Alright, so this is... We're gonna add this. We know this is Nina, right? We have a Concerned one is her util tag. Alright, let's go back and read our article. The indifference towards their own rights is a worse enemy than the government itself when we are to overcome privacy-destroying surveillance laws. We are in a state of war against our own government. The declaration of war is the safety belt, the only gain of which is reinforcing the chokehold the party has on us. With this bill, they are screwing every single citizen of this country. Yet most people are ignorant to this. Most people simply don't care about their rights being wrestled from them. Why bother when I have nothing to hide is their default excuse. They feel safe in their cozy houses while the government slowly puts the muzzle to their forehead, ready to pull the trigger any second. With our move on the crowded Circle Mall in Bonton yesterday, the first shots had been fired towards the lurking indifference among the populace, but they were merely warning shots, a friendly reminder that it's about time to take sides in this conflict. We cannot tolerate indifference. We will not accept it. If you are not with us on this, you're against us. Frankly, I was in shock when I heard of the events of the mall. How you in particular incited the crowd to directly threaten the visitors. Now I am even more astounded by your writing. You know I agree people being oblivious in this matter is the problem's root. We have discussed this many times. We must get their attention carefully, though. Through interesting and remarkable events, we must make them think. Scaring them to death is the exact opposite. She intended to scare the visitors. Okay. She seems like a scary person. Scaring people to get attention to one's message? Really? This is what thought is about? I mean, I feel like Goldfield is trying to get it back on target, but they've really hijacked the movement. Scaring people is convincing them, Abe. People will only care about things that pose immediate threats to their life or lifestyle. Your own words, surveillance is just too abstract of a topic, too far away to grasp. They don't feel the danger of it. So we made them feel. It's as simple as that. Okay. Let us follow your argumentation for a moment. What did you achieve then? You just upset innocent bystanders in a time when they are already deeply unsettled. This is the exact reason why they are so afraid and yearn for safety. In the first place, you have just proven them and the government right. Violence cannot be the key and thought shall not stand for that. So yeah, we definitely need, that's definitely the sense I'm getting from Goldfels. is I think he wanted a peaceful movement, and I feel like it's been hijacked from him. All right, go back to Nina. Violence? There was no violence. No one was hurt. Frightened at best. Honestly, I think it wasn't even enough. We made some local press, but the big fish TMB didn't bite. No big deal at all. How are we going to reach the broad audience, the rethinking you wanted, if you're not willing to let us do something about it? Really? Was no one hurt? I thought people were killed in that explosion. Maybe not. I'll have to go back and look at that article. Ladies, gents, can't we calm down a notch? Abe, you are totally right. We were fire starters. We got a little bit carried away by the euphoria of finally getting our message out there. We didn't think straight for a moment. It's not gonna happen again. Apologetic for the past events? Okay. That almost seems uncharacteristic, unless he's just all smoke and bluster and no bite. Afterwards, they're clever and feel sorry about their actions. It's always the same. Yeah, I mean, thanks for stabbing me in the back when I needed you the most, Harry. This is not the right place for a discussion of this magnitude. We will have a word about it in our next meeting. So I guess he's still active. That's interesting. All right. Is there something else here that we need to find? I don't know. It's got something like there is something else we should be able to get, but I'm not seeing anything. Because I don't think we can add this to her. I think it's already done. So I guess that one, we looked at it. There's nothing else to do though. Okay. I want to look at this article again. It was, the Circle Mall has reportedly been attacked with an explosive device. Detonation has occurred at the Circle Mall in Botten. At this moment, police forces have secured the surrounding areas and are continuing to evacuate members of the public trapped inside. An emergency helicopter has been sighted at the location, along with several ambulances. It is currently unknown how many people have been harmed due to the incident. So, yeah, it said we didn't know how many people were harmed, but I don't know. Let's look at the new headlines. Catastrophe strikes the Circle Mall, kills one. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't that nobody was hurt, for sure. Third terrorist strike in Botten targets the Circle Mall despite investigative efforts. One person killed by the explosion, 3 others hospitalized. Delacroix refuses to give statement. Yesterday evening, the Circle Mall in Botten was hit by yet another terrorist bombing. Around 7:21 p.m., an explosive device detonated within the building, instantly killing a man and severely injuring 3 other persons. The interior of the mall was heavily damaged. Due to the attack, the Ministry of Security has ramped up police presence in Botten and Fairview area. Catherine Delacroix, head of the ministry, is expected to come under fire from the media after previous claims that safety and investigations measures would be sufficient to prevent any further attacks. Delacroix has refused to give a statement, but the entire Ministry of Security is under pressure to present investigative success and to bring perpetrators to justice. I mean, we're trying, but... Alright, is there anything else here? Let's see, national opinion, be on watch. Okay, so this is Harrison's column. Column author Harrison O'Donnell reflects on the last week's article and calls on the citizens of the nation to show courage in the face of terror. Let's see. So let's get something abundantly clear to begin with. I feel bad. I feel like a moron, and rightly so. In last week's NO article, I blabbered about how some bombs would soon go off on Botten or Fairview at that time just to advertise my point of view. I am truly sorry for everyone involved or affected by those terrible events. It never was my intention to ridicule or trivialize the attacks in Botten. Now he's like trying to say he's against them? He definitely feels like a lots of bluster sort of guy. Strange way to sell one's point. Yeah. It's still peculiar he mentioned the bombings before anything happened, but, well, The fact that none of the announced bombings could be prevented by the new investigation methods naturally raised critical questions. How is this possible at all when we have all the CCT and new safety regulations out there? Why spend so much money for mechanisms that don't protect lives as they should? Why is there still no real suspect in sight, not even to mention in custody? I mean, I don't know about that. There is a suspect in sight. We just got to get more information. These questions neglect one fact, though. People killing people are among us. They are neighbors. They are like you. They are like me, mind you. They are most certainly not like me. It's tough for cameras and other automated safety systems to recognize a criminal or terrorist before he actually commits a crime. I mean, that's true. They cannot look into houses and certainly, thankfully, cannot look into the soul of a passerby. We, the people of our great nation, must grow ever more vigilant. We ourselves must stand up for our safety alongside of high-tech security mechanisms, as those can only work in addition to our own perception. Let's not get intimidated and not back down to some buttheads thinking they can spoil our way of life. Report suspicious things going on as soon as you learn about them. It's your duty to the community, but mostly yourself. Loose lips can also sink terrorist ships, figuratively speaking. I feel like this is completely opposite of how he was. I feel like he's annoyed that Nina has taken over what he was kind of in charge of. And I think this is his way to try and subvert her. That's the way it feels. He's pro-security measures, calls on people to take care of their own security. I mean, it really feels like he's trying to subvert her. He's right, we cannot save everyone, but we're still the watchful eye of the nation. All right. What other headlines do we got? Movie release endangered by lawsuit against the director. Movie director Aaron sued by lead actors over breach of contract. What was this about? It has been a tough wait for fans of the ongoing Grey Shadows saga. Didn't we already read this? I think. Let's see. Maybe not. The final act of the trilogy has already been postponed several times for a multitude of reasons. Now there seems to be yet another real threat of delay added to the list. Rhubarb Productions, the studio behind 100 Grey Shadows, today announced that post-production duties would be suspended until further notice. It was then reported that the suspension was due to a pending lawsuit filed by the lead actors, Mike McDeal and Betty Avon, against the movie's director, Sumishi Aran, who allegedly breached a clause in their contract. The agreement clearly stated no images of the movie would be made public without explicit consent of both actors, which was not the case for the edited movie poster Aaron had shared online on Thursday. This has put the expected Valentine's Day release in jeopardy. Fans have been taking to online message boards sharing theories that the lawsuit and other holdups during production have been arranged to cover up the desolate state of the movie. As a result, the Rhubarb Production Timelines profile has been bombarded with messages of anger, with rabid fans wanting answers. In the meantime, there is also news that is sure to soothe the fans' spirit. McDeal and Avon have announced on both their websites that they have resolved their issues and are a happy couple once more. So this is a new one. This was the poster that they're talking about. That was the original article that we read. Okay, I see. I think that's all of the new headlines. All right, so we need to try and track down what we can about Nina. All right. Well, let's go back to Cassandra's information. See if we can find anything about Nina. Painters, artist port, nothing there. Where could we find something? There's a lot of the National Beholder. Let's look in here. Is there anything else? We could look at some of these entries. Because I know she responded to some of them, right? Which ones did she respond to is the question. All right. We've got, oh, are they all back? These aren't saying they're gone now. Let's see. Okay, so we've read this one. All right. The minefield. Oh, okay, so we still can't see all of them. But let's look and see if there's any new ones that are available. Flawed metamorphosis. That one we've read, right? There's nothing that we can add from Nina. Okay, War on Indifference. This was her post, right? I wonder if that might be her. I don't see any new information. We really need to find out where they are talking about things, though. What else? A night to remember. The thought must change direction. Okay. Please reconsider. Guy hurt there was only a cop. They had it coming for long. It was messy, I know. All the way back to the thing I messed up organizing. Look at the bright side. We made the news. I really want to track her down and figure out. And freedom is unfree. That was Casarthus. That was Cassandra? Concerned one. One article. Last login. January 17th. I want to see, can we like find something? UTEL. Can we find anything on UTEL? Let's see. Do we have something there? Maybe. We may just have to look at listener. Okay. Oh, wait. Nina has a new comment. Hey, Sylv. Hey, Nina. What's she going to say? Just wanted to ask if everything is fine? Yeah, don't worry. We're having a great time. Thanks for taking care, even though it's Saturday. Don't mention it. How are you feeling? Still bad? I wonder... Nina, I hate to say it, so don't hold it against me, okay? I'm fine. No, you're not. You're worrying me. You always look so sad. Nothing to worry about. Anything new on the love front? No. You said that real fast. Only idiots on this singular portal thing you recommended, Sylv. Huh, okay, that might be something else we can check out. Don't know how you got to find John among so much crap. I'm gonna remove the account. Yeah, it's 99% fools, but just keep it tight. Someone will come to the rescue. No thanks, I can rescue myself. Gotta work now. Thanks again, Sylv. Call you later. See you, girl, and cheer up. Okay, so we got some new information there. You always look so sad. Okay. So maybe, I wonder if she might be using Cassandra's parents' pharmaceuticals. Could be relevant to find out what about exactly. All right, let's say the singular portal. Maybe we can get a new data, a related document. She's in contact with Sylv. Okay. Was there anything else here? Hey, kiddo, you're absolutely right. One could rightly call that evening mind-blowing. So this is Harrison, back to that original girl, Marka, something like that. And of course I'll pick you up tonight. I like this continue you're talking of, and I think I am in need of a big time. But let's not stay at my place tonight. Okay, let's drag these data points on. It's utterly unfit for a lady like yourself. No lovers hidden there, only not so hidden leftovers and laundry. Especially not Juliet. I haven't heard anything of her in months. I'm done with her because I'm with you now, my Marka. Pinky swear? And Nina? You mean anything will set me off angry outbursts, Nina? Don't even get me started on her. She was my partner in crime a while ago, so to speak. That's it. So, babe, see you around 8 straight tonight. Much love. Okay, so we got a lot of data to drag over. I'm done with her. Alright, so this is done. In a relationship with Marka. Juliet and Harrison were together. Yeah, I think we knew that. That one's news to me. Guess it doesn't matter. Seems to be over now. I mean, it kind of seemed like they were because they were both in the band, right? Nina gets angry outbursts and she's often sad. Alright, let's drag this over. She was my partner in crime. Enraged outburst? Interesting. Keep looking for a reason behind this. Exactly, we need to. But they were definitely working on something. Partners in crime? Okay, what crime? Again, my guy, I think that's just an expression. But, you know. Singular. Don't be single, be singular. Oh boy, that's not cringy at all. Hello, concerned one. Great to see you again. It's a good day to fall in love. This is your public profile. Everything you enter here is visible for any visitor. Okay, we have a picture for Nina. Alright, she's from Bonton. Born October 1985. I don't think that's relevant, so we're just going to skip that. Disable. Let's disable that for now. I don't think that's relevant to the crime right now. Physical characteristics could be important. He's very tall. I mean, athletic could be important for identifying her. Hopefully he doesn't say this is stupid. Hiking, climbing, Asian food, the Beatles. She dislikes suits, most movies, candlelight dinners, so don't even bother with that. About me, there isn't really much to say. If you'd like to know me, ask away. And these are her recent profile visitors. Why is Farmer Bob visiting her? I mean, what are you doing here, my guy? She's like young enough to be your daughter. Why are you visiting, you creep? All right. I don't know. We might need to come back and add that, but let's see. Your opinions. Your opinions help us compare yourself with potential matches. Your answers are private, right, and will only be used for your match score calculation. Here are your answers so far. What are you looking for most in a potential partner? True love, honesty, financial stability, independence. She wants financial stability. I feel like that's important. Who doesn't need a little bit of reliability in their lives? Is she striving to find that stability on her own accord? Any reason why she craves stability? I don't know. How long do you wish your next relationship to last? A couple of years? Like you're not looking for long term? Would you consider allowing your partner seeing other people? Yes. What? Would you consider dating someone who does not want or dislikes children? No. But wait. You don't want to date someone who doesn't want children, but you only want your relationship to last a couple of years. It's kind of weird. Places you would like to go on vacation, seaside, the mountains. How interested in politics are you? Well, I mean, we kind of know that. Are you a cat person or a dog person? She's a dog person. In the end, it all comes down to the degree of interest and the ideology. If you turn a left-handed glove inside out, it fits the right hand? What? Okay. Your conversations. Oh, this should be good. To start a new conversation, visit the profile of your match. You may close a conversation whenever you feel like it. Your match will be unable to message you unless you open it again. Conversation started by Pretender, a 34% match. Hi there, I saw your profile. You seem quite nice, so I wondered, do you have any more pictures? If so, let me know. Looking forward to hearing from you. Super Randy, what in the world? Let's see. Hey, Blondie, I just came across your profile and I got stunned immediately by your striking beauty. I just had to message you. I wonder if you would spare some time for a lonely heart like me to go out with me sometime. We could go out ourselves and have a drink at Frank's. So, you know, that one since you're from Bonn too, right? What about the weekend? Blondie, seriously? I don't recall anyone ever calling me Blondie, and I'm an 80s child. Great, me too. So when are we going out? We're not. Now I totally get why you're over 30 and still single. Okay. What about why Sam? Hi, concerned one. I just read your interesting profile. It left me dying for more information. Now here I am, asking away like you requested. If you dislike candlelight dinners and movies as you stated, guys will probably have a hard time dating you. That makes me wonder, what is it you would like to do on a potential first date? Of course, I could resolve to just ask you out to the local Chinese place around the corner and just abandon all the candle part of the dinner. Still, that does seem a bit straightforward. I could really use a helping hand here. Care to lend me yours? Cheers, Sam. He's an 87% match. Hi, Sam. It's kind of refreshing to read a decent message from time to time. If we were to go on a date, just ask me out to this local Chinese place you mentioned. I don't care much for dating rituals. By the way, name's Molly Schwartz. You can call me Molly. So Nina is not even her real name? Interesting. Molly Schwartz. She's using a fake name, and such a peculiar one at that. Hi, Molly. Oh, great. Suits me well because, no kidding here, I don't like this stuff either. I think most guys don't, though it's nice from time to time, especially with the right woman. Speaking of which, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about you, what the person behind the small picture and all those separate chunks of data is like. What does Molly do for a living? What does she do when she's at home? Does she live alone, or is there somebody waiting for her? Does she often get to climb? Please, Molly, feed a full craving for each bit of knowledge about you. Don't let me starve. Hey, Sam, you're quite the dramatic guy, aren't you? Anyway, here I go. I work whatever I find, aka temp work. I hope you weren't looking for someone with a shiny job title. I live in a small flat in between tons of industrial waste. You still with me? And indeed, I don't live alone. There's a special someone in my life. It's a man, and he is very, very important to me. He's also the reason I don't get to climb as much anymore. Jealous already? Don't be. It's my son, Michael. Oh, okay, so that explains why she didn't want to be with someone who doesn't like kids. Maybe she was saying she wants her next relationship to last at least a couple of years. She has a son, Michael. So if you have a son, why are you so violent? A single mother, Doesn't seem like the type to be involved with terrorist attacks. Exactly. Something seems odd here. Work easy. Looking for a job. Looking for temporary staff. Alright, so we're logged in as Molly Schwartz. Can we get her photo? Okay. Temp work seeker. Employer satisfaction 4.5 out of 5. We'll check that out in a second. Can provide the following services. I mean, I guess we'll drag all this stuff over. She can do cleaning, maintenance, mechanical repairs. That could be important. Groundskeeping and customer service. Alright, I think we just drag it once and it gets it all. Alright. She's registered since November 2013. 1,200 jobs taken. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. We'll work 10 plus hour days. We'll work nights. We'll work on weekends. We'll work on holidays. Okay, she's very dedicated to working. Look at us, working on the weekend. I get it. It's different, of course, when you're a single mother. That must be tough. Oh, and we got her address. Wait a second. This is conflicting. What is it in conflict with? We don't know yet. But we have mail. Okay, so we have email. So maybe that's not her address. She may have lied. All right. We'll have to come back to that because I don't know. So let's continue looking. Repairs and maintenance, retail, administrative service. Okay. So that's that. Nothing necessarily we need to see there. And then there's the one more piece of information here, but we haven't figured out what her address is. How are we going to... We have anything else here? Examination results. Dear Miss Masternova, just as the Prime Minister leaves, the weather is getting even crappier. Okay. Dear Miss Masternova, so that's her real name? Or Maternova. That sounds like the fake name, but okay. I'm writing on behalf of Dr. White. On your last visit at our office, a blood sample was taken. This was then sent to the Blanton Central Hospital's laboratory for examination. I would like to inform you the results are now in. Okay, so let's drag the patient number over because it might link to another document we can look at. Yep. There are no pathological findings. All values are normal and more or less ideal. Regardless, Dr. White has asked me to remind you of his advice once again. Sincerely, Adelaide Ferguson, assistant to Gerald White, MD. Okay. I'm curious. Alright. Well, let's look back at the reader. Do we have some doctor's office visits? Oh, we have another headline. Blaine cancels meeting for a surprise visit in Triflith. Alright. The Prime Minister cancels crisis meeting and instead visits Pargis's capital. Plans to lead renewal of stalled negotiations between Cassart and opposition. Okay, so the Prime Minister here has just arrived in Triflith. He was welcomed with military honors on behalf of President Cassart, who is on the right. On Saturday morning, Prime Minister Blaine made a surprise shift of priorities. Originally scheduled for a crisis meeting with the Secretary of Security, Catherine Delacroix, in regards to the recent wanton terrorist assaults, the Prime Minister instead made plans to mediate the more than troubled negotiations with President Cassart and the opposition. The original crisis meeting was removed from the official party website, and Blaine took a National Air Force flight straight to Triflith, the capital of Pargis. As a government spokesman said, the Prime Minister has landed at Triflith International Airport about an hour ago and was promptly welcomed by President Cassart with military honors. This alone gave the opposition enough reason to once again question the impartiality of the Prime Minister and announce that Blaine would not be accepted as a proper mediator. Okay. Alright, what else do we got? This is what we've got. Okay, Central Medical Database. Okay, we have something on the listener. Let's see. Oh, Juliet. This is somebody to Juliet. Welcome to Rosentech. You are calling outside of our office hours, please. Hey, little jewel bug. June, it's so great to hear from you. Yeah, you too. That's why I called. 'Twas about time June and Julebug had their annual sisterly chat, right? Super right. How did you know I was working today? Haha, when aren't you? Sorry, I forgot for a second you actually know me. Feeling stressed? Boss causing trouble? I can call back later. Oh no, hanging around the office is just a good excuse, you know, not to be at home. I see. I never got why you moved back in the first place. I had to leave my student apartment, you know that. And you know that's a super lame excuse. You earn good money at Rosentech, don't you? You could rent any flat in town. You just don't want to. Ugh, I see you're not gonna relent. Nope, sorry. I had a pretty rough start into this year. I couldn't really stand being alone at the time. I feel much better now, but Mom, Dad, they're so happy I'm back. You don't want to disappoint them, do you? Yeah, I can't do that to them. Not again. And here I was thinking Juliet had finally reached a state of emancipation. Hey, I have. No, you haven't. You're letting yourself be hassled by Mum and Dad yet again, little Julebug. Julebug is strangely nostalgic. You still say that. Haha, remember that how I made that up for you? Yeah, I was so envious when Dad called you his Junebug, and he didn't have any nickname for me. And rightly so. Don't give in to Dad. At least give him a good fight, okay? I will, believe me. Goody. So I figure I should leave you to work then? Yeah, office is empty, but yeah, my to-do list is long. Okay, let's talk another time. I will call you again. Do not try to reach me. Aha, just kidding. June? Yeah? Thank you for believing in me. Oh, look at you sounding so serious. That's what a big sis is for, right? Guess so. See ya, June. See ya around, Julebug. Alright, so let's add that nickname to Juliet's profile. It's just like a little nickname. Julebug? What a weird nickname is that? Yeah, I mean, you're letting yourself be hassled by Mum and Dad yet again? Okay. I don't know that I call it a troublesome relationship. I guess that just happens, even in really close families sometimes. I had a pretty rough start this year. A rough start? I don't know what that's about, but maybe that was breaking up with Harrison? I suspect that's because she ended her relationship at the time. Yep, that sounds about right. I was working today, working on Saturday. Okay, so we're tracking everyone's positions on Saturday, right? It was about time June and Julebug had their annual sisterly chat. June Carrington is her sister, that's right. Alright, so I think that's everything. Was there anything else? Let's go back to this. So now we're back with Nina. I feel like she would give her real address on the medical website and not on the dating website. So I feel like this one is the accurate one. Let's show the conflict. Oh, well, oh, it wasn't the dating one. It was her job. So, 667. Let's see. 667 industrial quarters. I don't know. Which one does she live on? I don't know. The patient complains about pain throughout the left thigh and the upper leg. She describes the pain as searing, burning, sometimes bursting. Leg feels numb at times. Symptoms occur whenever the leg is stressed, releasing only when sitting or lying down. Symptoms started 9 days ago. Addendum, I have asked the patient regarding the healed wound on her left upper leg as no medical record existed in this database. She was evasive and gave no clear statements about the wound's origin. Okay. Let's see. BP 128/82, heart rate 62, MPD. Visual examination revealed cicatrix on lateral left upper leg. Palpitation of the leg conducted. Tenderness to light pressure. Leg skin is warm to the touch. X-ray revealed former deep wound in dorsal left upper leg. Femur sinistra. MPD. Blood sample taken and sent into BCH lab. Pain is most probably due to a prior inflicted wound on dorsal leg, left upper leg, compressing or damaging the nervous cutaneous femoral lateralis. I can't say that. Symptoms are similar to those of neuralgia parathetica. All right, let's add this over here. Has an injury at the left leg. Ouch, that info might come in handy though. A medical leave with strict rest until the end of April 2017 has been suggested. We haven't found this conflict yet. Um, let's see. Spirion 400 milligrams has been prescribed with the following annotation. Take 2 times a day after meals. Advise patient to come back if symptoms do not improve. Well, okay, let's see. The previous one. Okay, so we're still saying that's our address. Patient reports of digestive nausea and vomiting accompanied by a light fever. Okay. She got some medicine for that. What else do we have? Patient reports of permanent unrest, inability to sleep properly, gets up 5 to 12 times a night, but does not feel overly tired. So this was 2014. We also have her date of birth. We can add that. Okay. Suffering from unrest. We can add that. Hypervigilance is close to feelings of paranoia, though it's not the same. Let's see. Experiences heavy tremor in both hands when trying to write. Also sometimes in the legs when walking, especially in the left leg. When asked for the duration of the symptoms to record the anamnesis, and I can't say it, the patient stated they began over 3 years ago. My goodness. But would not elaborate. It's crazy. Wait, what? 3 years? What happened back then? Must have been really bad. Asking why she did not visit earlier, the patient vehemently voiced discontent. A similar behavior was observed in reaction to any question regarding the origin of the symptoms or social and occupational circumstances at that time. In addition to the usage of strong language, the patient also hit a cabinet door with her fist. It was hard to get a clear, reliable statements. The patient tends to react aggressively when feeling challenged or confronted, rushes to extremes. Symptoms are similar to those of a PTSD. They can only confirm by dedicated psychoanalysis. What situation this might have caused is unknown. Prior medical records for clarification could not be found. Strongly advised to attend psychotherapy. Additionally, Zemerolin night, take 1 capsule per day, was prescribed. Also suggested to go and find the company of other people, a like-minded group to talk to. So she's got some serious mental and physical issues. That sounds menacing and important. An important finding. I wonder what might have caused it. Yeah, I'm wondering. So, industrial quarters. I kind of want to say that's probably true. Bonton Road. I don't know. This one sounds more like an address, right? Industrial quarters. I don't know what this is supposed to mean. Let's see what else we got. Is there anything else here? I'm not sure. Registered since 2013. Maybe she originally lived here, but then she moved? Possibly. Because this was the 2017, so maybe she lives there now. Let's do the most recent one. I mean, it could be totally wrong, but let's go with it. Perfect. An address is always helpful. All right. We have one more piece of information that we've got to figure out, I think. Recent jobs and employer feedback. Okay. Received ratings from 984 jobs. Cleaning groundskeeper. Employed on April 13, 2017. What was the conflict? Medical leave. Oh, it was suggested. I don't think she did that. I think she clearly did this. Obviously. Otherwise, they wouldn't have rated her. So even though she was on advised medical leave, she was working a lot over the week. Does that account for or against her ability of having committed the bombings? I'm not sure yet. Let's see. Groundskeeping, a very reliable and hardworking. Employed April 11th. She pretty much saved us when a critical employee went home sick and we were seriously understaffed. Absolute gem of a temp worker. Fast, reliable, at an incredibly low rate. She's got like 5 out of 5 ratings. Alright. What else do we got? Anything else? I feel like there was another piece of information. Maybe it was this. She likes hiking, climbing, Asian food, and the Beatles, suits, most movies, candlelight dinners. So she does not like that. I'm just gonna drag it. He can yell at us and say it's stupid. I don't care. I figure, what's your problem with suits, huh? I mean, because suit wears could be why she dislikes authority, right? She likes hiking, climbing, Asian food, and the Beatles. I don't think this is helpful, but I mean, let's just drag it on there. Alright. Anything else? There was something on opinions, wasn't there? Or did we already get that? I think we may have already gotten that. Your conversations. I think we got everything we needed from here. Her son, Michael. Alright. Was there anything else that we needed to track down? I'm not sure. We dragged all of that stuff on there. Let's see, is there anything? We have something else. Initiate, knock knock. Definitely, that's the hacker, isn't it? You've got to ask who's there. Not in the mood for knock knock jokes? Aw, you blew it. I think that is the hacker. Cut the crap, who are you? So now you can ask. Initiate is the name. Do I know you? I'm someone who knows you better than you know yourself, sweetie. Because you hacked into her files? That's a little creepy. Oh, not you again. You're from Singular, right? Don't care how you got my number. Just leave me alone. Oh, no, that's not where I'm from. In contact with. We need to figure out more about that dude. This initiate again. I wonder what his or her role in this is. Well, let's find out. Initiate has been in contact with 2 of our target persons so far. This should be enough. I agree. And here we go. Feel free to investigate this hacker as well, but keep the focus on Miss Maternova for now. Okay. Initiate. Alright, is there something else about this? We got another one. He's starting it again. Oh, no, no, no. Can't block initiate out like that, sweetie. Buzz the duck off. Oh, she mistyped it. Whoops. You should listen to me, just for the moment, alright? And then I'm all gone. Poof. I don't care what you have to say. See, I know all about your little band of troublemakers, and I really dig it. The gov needs a kick where the sun don't shine. That's all right with me, sweetie. But bombing people? That's plain wrong. How come you think that was one of us? Let's just say I've been watching you all for some time. The Bonton bomb hit places where your outlaw posse has been to in the past. No way you did not hear about that. You are extremely lucky that the cops are stupid enough not to have figured out that connection yet. Else they might have prevented that mole thingy. I mean, that is true. We had no idea. So give me a reason to, like, put that consciousness of mine at ease. I would want to help you, not turn you in. How dare you threaten me? You got nothing. Yo, Landau, be cool. I said I want to help after all, not threaten you. I'll show you how I can be trusted. I am going to hack that precious page of the party and upload a special something. It's going to be easy with those IT guys being lazy bones, as long as they don't see it coming in the next few seconds. But then you'll answer my questions, all right? Don't care about your stuff. Wait. Give me a sec while I get to work. Don't go away. If I could get away from you, I would. Can't switch my phone off now. That's a nice looking firewall you have there, dear Party Web team. It would be a shame if someone would just bypass it. Can you actually shut up? Doing this still gives me chills and I need to distract myself somehow, so... Sheesh. Almost done. Just a second longer. I mean, is there something that we can do about it? Done! Delacroix's never been prettier. Oh, I guess we could have technically interrupted it. Wait, I have to take a look at that. Ah, this is gold. Can we have a talk now? We got an achievement for not interrupting it, though. If you must, make it quick and quit poking around in my life. You said you were not involved in the assaults. I'm not. Okay. Do you think it's someone else in thought? This band of misfits? Never. What's she gonna say? Harrison is the only guy I could remotely imagine doing anything like that. Harrison had an interest in Cassandra because she could access the big money through her parents' company. Otherwise, she is mostly a spoiled brat who thinks the world owes her. Juliet was a bit shy, but good at organizing stuff, but not capable of going terrorist, if you ask me. Was it really Harrison, or is she just, Know what I think? It's the Gov themselves behind the bombings. I thought about that. Did you know that since 2011, all the electronic devices must have unique IDs? They look like this. PC 003571009, and it's not even secure. That looks like the code labeled on my PC. Well, that's because it is. What? Don't worry, I only access the number remotely, nothing more. You deserve some privacy. Since you pulled that hack, I'm willing to believe you. For now. Can you use your skills to find out if it's the Gov's work? What they're up to? Of course, my word is good. I will get to the bottom of this. You just do whatever you do and keep cool, all right? Gotta go now. It's all right, sweetie. See you soon. Okay, but stop calling me sweetie. It's just a little creepy. Okay, so, the government needs a kick. He's anti-government. What else do we have? I'm gonna hack that precious page. He hacked it. Are you mad? You sat on such important information only to pass it along when it's no longer useful? You wanted to see what happened, didn't you? Well, I'll keep my mouth shut, but if anyone finds out, good luck explaining why you withheld such crucial info. I mean, I didn't know I could do that in the middle of it, but okay, I mean, I didn't think about it. Alright, now we got some information on Harrison. Harrison's the only guy. What does this say? Suspected of possible involvement by Nina. He had an interest in Cassandra. First, this hacker is suspecting him, and now her. What do they know that we don't? Invited into thought. Okay, intended to access Watergate Pharmaceuticals money through Cassandra. Okay. He's getting quite a rap sheet. Must be crushing when your friends only like you for your money. Yeah, a little bit. Alright, so then Juliet. A bit shy, but good at organizing. Alright. And then let's go back to Nina. Nina thinks it's the government. Suspects the government behind the bombings? What in the world? He's gonna comment on that. What a joke. Of course the government will bomb Bonton to bits to justify surveillance, right? I've heard that a million times by now. Every time something happens, there is nothing to these conspiracy theories. Alright, her PC ID, we've got that. Maybe that'll give us some more information. Oh, very good. You found a device UID. Every device in the nation has one in accordance with the safety bill. We can use the insider tool to connect and see what a user has on their device. Note, a device must be running and have an online connection in order for you to access it. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, before we do that, I want to see what he hacked in the party. Let's see. Oh boy, that's quite an interesting little picture there. Oh boy. The Ministry of BS, dedicated to the purpose of power mongering and bullying people, was formed as quickly as possible after the elections, just as anyone sane would have anticipated. She is most hated for the inception of the BS bingo, in which Mrs. Delacroix always wins due to the high density of BS in her own speeches. Mrs. Delacroix was subsequently granted the title of the Queen of BS. I mean, they don't like her very much. Harrison added something to his timeline. I think most of you, my very loyal followers, friends and fiends, have never actually heard that I'm writing for the TMB. But, yeah, that's a thing. Look here. Okay. This is why you kept quiet for so long. Congrats on that. What? The big revolutionary himself, a lackey to one of the most pro-fascist, pro-surveillance bullcrap newspapers? That picture, is that spick and span baby face you? And that text, loose lips sink terrorist ships? Will the real Hancock please stand up? Guess the gov bought you like everyone else. See the revolution go down the drain. Excuse me now, I have to puke way more than I ate. Peter, I know what you mean. I feel you. When the TMB called on me to ask if I would write them, I laughed at them hard for 30 minutes straight before hanging up. But then they called me again to let me know I could write whatever I want, no strings attached. I can even swear, and I do frequently. Now I got the attention and reach I always wanted, and I can use it for the good cause. Well, good luck. With an article like that, you could not be any further away. I don't know. We can't drag that picture in, I don't think. All right, so I think that is it here. So let's go into the Insider and see what Miss Nina has on her computer. Aw, that must be her child. Well, first we're obviously going to check the trash. Dear Miss Schwartz, we are glad to inform you that we will indeed be able to meet your request. Please be present at the operating site around 4 p.m. on both days. Please keep a copy of this message as confirmation receipt, as we will not be able to make changes to the job originally agreed upon in your WorkEasy profile. Okay, I have a request on short notice. Would it be possible for me to take over the Freedom Plaza shift on April 11th and 12th instead of the one at Nolan Square? Huh. Interesting. She requested to be relocated to a job at one of the bombing sites? Well, it's only a request, but it connects her to the bombing location. If we could associate Miss Maternova with the two other sites, we would be on the safe side. Alright, let's go back to her trash. Application as a mechanic. Dear Miss Maternova, thank you for your interest in working with us. As we receive numerous applications every day for each position, we are required to refuse most of them. Unfortunately, we have chosen another applicant who fits the position slightly better. We are sure you will understand. Thank you for your interest. Please do not hesitate to apply again at a later time. I would like to apply for a job as mechanic at Westfield Cars. Please find my application documents, a cover letter, my CV, and references attached. If you have any questions or need further information, please reach out to me. We have a phone number, another phone number, mobile phone, and then application as a housekeeper. Dear Miss Maternova, thank you for your application. I am sad to inform you that we have decided on another candidate. So she's not been having very much luck on the job search. Dear Miss Boyle, I would like to apply as a housekeeper at Williamson Real Estates. Please find my application documents, a cover letter, my CV, and references attached. Alright, sis, browser history. Okay, maps of Bonton, work easy, Molly Schwartz. I wonder, were we there? Yeah, we were there. Okay. Let's go back to, we got to go back to here. Concerned one's profile. Look up website. CCTV Stelligan. Okay. Interesting. Does that connect her to the Stelligan bombing? That's an odd thing to search for when you don't have something sinister in mind. This vaguely associates Nina with the Stelligan assault. That makes 2 locations she's tied to. We will have a very solid case when we can make that 3. Alright, let's keep looking. What's in private? An apology and an offer. Okay, so from Abram. Okay, let's add that to Goldfell's. We have an email. Nina, I would like to offer you my sincerest apologies. It is not my intent to denounce you in front of all other members of thought, or worse, basically everyone. After all, what we do or say online persists like a minefield. As I wrote in an early blog post, I should have been more considerate. Your actions at the Circle Mall have turned out to be very different to what I had anticipated them to be. But that was hardly your fault, it was mine. Instead of passing judgment on you, I would like to offer my help. From my impressions, I would assume you are someone whose life so far has been troubled, to say the least. Although it might not seem obvious, I have a rather moving background as well. As they put it, it takes one to know one. I would suggest we have a talk about how we might assist each other best. Please let me know if you're interested. Okay. I don't know what that's about. Assist each other with what exactly? That's what I'm wondering. Well, this is going to be her son. She looks very sad. I don't know that we can drag this back to her, but she definitely seems very sad in that picture. I almost feel bad about all of this. What is this? Squad? Was she in the army? That could explain PTSD. Okay, she is an army veteran. Miss Maternova is an ex-soldier. This is worthy of in-depth research. We need to know specifically what kind of experience she has. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Well, let's see. Save protocol Desmo. Let's see. You know, if we were to marry and have children, it would be really funny if my name was Molly. Desmo. Whoa, wait a second. You're getting a bit ahead of things. You know I like to plan ahead. Yeah, you do like that. I really like Nina as a name, though. Why Molly? Desmond says to Molly, "Girl, I like your face." Come again? Oblada? What? Oh, Obladi Oblada, the Beatles? You don't tell me you don't know that. You're the oldie lexicon impersonated. I have to admit, I never was such a Beatles fan. More on the Rolling Stones side of the road. Okay, this is a major gap in your knowledge. You're aware of that? Desmo, why, I do know the song. There was something about a bra in there, wasn't there? Sheesh, it's not about a bra. In a couple of years, they have built a home sweet home with a couple of kids running in the yard of Desmond and Molly Schwartz. So, I wonder if she's inventing something. I like the idea. Me too. You don't have a problem with kids being the center of my life, do you? She's child-centered. Not at all, but I guess you'll have to go and change your name first. No wonder for a single mother. Maybe I will. Everything we found on Miss Maternova just shows a single mother trying to make ends meet for her son. This seems to be her primary motivation, and it's an admirable one at that. One that does not mix well with terrorist ambitions. Yeah, exactly. It's so weird. I officially dare you. I will do that for real. Just you wait. And then we'll see how the life goes on. Brah. He's just got to throw that in there at the end. All right, do not read. This is from D. Schwartz. Okay. So I guess you disregarded the subject and went straight to reading this utterly embarrassing mail nonetheless. I knew you would. Well, don't tell me I didn't warn you. I've never written a text like this in my entire life, so hope you'll be clement with me. Our backpacking trip along the Italian northwest coast has been, okay, I will just say it, amazing, brilliant, the best one I have ever been on. And that was not due to the sun, even though it was blazing all 10 magnificent days through. It was not due to the rocky coastline with its endlessly serpentine roads winding up and down the cliffs, and not due to the picturesque villages alongside of them that we passed through. It was due to you being there with me that made me enjoy every single second of it. I mean, just remember the one time we wanted to have a photo of us taken and the only person around was that elderly Italian woman. She didn't understand a word of what we wanted and kept shrugging and shaking her head. I had to bite my tongue so hard not to burst out in laughter, but you, cool as you are, just walked over to her, gave her your broadest smile, and put the camera in her hand and the finger on the shutter release, then ran back to me to make absolutely sure she wouldn't take a picture of just me. It's funny how this one of all the shots made the best photo for the entire trip, don't you think? Every cell in me wants to just backspace all of this letter and not send it. But at the same time, I just want you to read it and know how I feel about you. Seems you have passed the patented Desmond Schwartz relationship test, so I might as well write down what I've been trying to say all the time here. I love you. Okay. Desmond Schwartz. Schwartz, like her alias, exactly. So she isn't single after all? Maybe? I don't know. What else do we got? Anything else? I think that might be it. Let's look at what we got on the reader. Anything new? Nina Maternova. Okay, so this is her army record. Let's add that picture. Sergeant. Nice, it suits her. Alright. Out of service. Is a sergeant, 1st Combat Engineer Battalion, Company B, Platoon 1246. Okay. She was a combat engineer. Alright. She had a bravery medal. If she was in the army, that really points away from her being a terrorist, right? Miss Maternova seems to have come a long way from being such an honorable person. Unless it's like it said, and she's having PTSD, right? Let's see. She enlisted in 2005. Specialization training, combat engineering completed. Awarded the Bravery Medal for saving of multiple comrade and civilian lives in the face of extraordinary danger. 2008, maybe that's when she got her PTSD. Wounded in combat, considered AWOL, absent without official leave. Okay, so her AWOL status was cleared. Returned to Bounton Barracks, court-martial sentence, dishonorable discharge, and 3 months of confinement for being AWOL with voluntary return. Interesting. That is a severe punishment. Did you know this puts her on the same level as any other previously convicted felon? No, I didn't know that, but that might explain why she's having such a tough time getting a job. Um, I mean, it could explain a lot. Missions, anything here? The world is our home. The first duty of the army of the nation is to defend the freedom of our homeland. Of course, this does not only involve the deployment within our own borders. To secure our values and assist our allies offshore, our soldiers partake in numerous missions in neighboring countries. So we have the nation. Mission Kerberos. These must all be different missions. The safety bill, along with a set of further entitlements, allows the army of the nation to be deployed in the homeland whenever needed. And this paved the way for Mission Kerberos, intended to secure or evacuate densely populated areas in case of a large-scale terrorist attack. To be able to achieve this, several divisions of the army have received special training and are on standby at all times. Fortunately, Kerberos has remained dormant to date. Which one was she in? She was 1st Combat Engineer Battalion. Okay. Peacekeeping. The aftermath of the 2006 military coup quickly spiraled into the one-time democratic model country. The one-time democratic model country Parjas into chaos. The rebel movement Forces of the True Parjas, FTP, declared war on the newly formed government under General Demjan Kasart, which led to a long-lasting and bloody civil conflict until the army of the nation was finally greenlit to intervene and de-escalate the situation. Realizing they were unable to stand a chance in an open struggle, the FTP changed their strategy to terrorism. Under the impression of being involved in an unwinnable skirmish, the prior government of the nation terminated the Parjas intervention mission, ultimately leading to the fatal event known as the Incident of 2008. With the new government elected in 2009, the Parjas intervention mission was immediately resumed under a new name. The Parjas Peacekeeping Mission, as it is now known, proceeded to once again secure and rebuild the Parjasian society and infrastructure. Okay, so she was involved with this, partially tasked with mine clearance. So we haven't found that conflict yet. We'll have to see. Maybe she was with something else. Border patrols. With a massive uncontrolled influx of refugees from Parjas into the nation, arrangements had to be made to take control of the situation. As a consequence, the army of the nation was forced to secure the border with continuous patrols, adding a number of checkpoints. So that wasn't her. The nation of Slovakia gained notoriety for its thriving business in illegal drugs, primarily heroin. As such, it also hosts some of the most influential and dangerous cartels in the world, who tend to settle their differences in the Slovakian streets by armed force. The police force of Slovakia finds itself overwhelmed by the sheer brutality of the cartels often display. To make things worse, law enforcement staff are often found to be either corrupt or to have been severely intimidated by the cartels. In 2015, the government decided, in order to stabilize the country and inhibit drug trafficking into the nation, the army of the nation would offer support to the local forces in a bid to eradicate all traces of criminal trafficking trade. That was after she was discharged, so... Let's see. An extension to the Slovakia drug inhibition, the mission Stable Slovakia focuses on the support and direct protection of the citizens who are endangered by the cartel wars. Another focus is on wiping out corruption in public departments such as the law enforcement. And then the Gentry and flood aid. Let's see. After torrential week-long rainstorms during the 2016 fall, Gentry saw one of its worst floods within its recorded history. Nearly 1,000 people died and over 800,000 others were left homeless. Without hesitation, the army of the nation was sent in to help the survivors with the distribution of supplies and rebuilding their most basic infrastructure. Well, it wasn't that one, because that was 2016. So let's show the conflict. That was definitely this one, because that was in 2008 when she was here. So this is when she was involved with that. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Knowledge about explosives? That was exactly what I was thinking when I originally saw it, yes. We now know enough on Miss Maternova's background, okay? Oh, we got a listener. Remember the lost. All right. She has a session with Sylve. Okay, this is from Sylve to Nina. Yes? Hey, Nina, Sylve here. How's it going? You feeling better? Yeah, somewhat. Finally, after spending the whole last week in bed. Oh, good. I can still bring Michael around, though. Do you want... No thanks. I'm going to pick him up in an hour or so. Would that be okay? Yeah, of course. I promised to go to the playground with him, so that must be like her nanny. That's fine. I'll pick Michael up from the corner at, Orchard Drive, wasn't it? Right. Great. See you in an hour. See you, Nina. Okay. Let's add that for sure. Going to pick Michael from Orchard Drive later. Okay, that might play a role later, right? Finally, after spending the whole last week in bed. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. Work easier. An employer just rated you. Hi, Molly. We would like to inform you about a new rating. Your employer, McDougal Groundskeeping Service, has just left you. I bet this is the conflict. Miss Schwartz did an okay job at the Circle Mall. She seemed a little distracted, though, and ultimately quit for not feeling well after 8 of 10 planned work hours. That's the one in bed? Oh, man. I'm sorry, Nina, but that's very suspicious. That's 3 out of 3. She worked at the bombing site and even at the right time. We now have been able to associate Miss Maternova with every bombing location. Her whereabouts are hereby clarified. Things are not looking good for her. They really aren't. They are looking bad. That's it. You found all we need to know. Let's see. Her knowledge about explosives might have helped Miss Maternova build those bombs. Everything highlights that she is a single mother, struggling and worrying about her child. And finally, we could associate her with every single bombing location and prove that she was present at the correct time of one. Seems we found our prime suspect. This is grounds for arrest. Well done. I will need a moment to talk to my superiors. I'll get back to you soon. Keep observing Miss Maternova for activity. Alright. We have all kinds of information here. There's insider. What do we have? Did she delete some stuff? Browser history? What's she looking at? Anything? Oh, she just went offline. Uh-oh. Hey, are you there? For you, always. Great, I just came home. What's she gonna say? I left my PC switched on this morning, just tried to look something up online, and suddenly it went haywire. And my security app popped up with like a million warnings of some outside intrusion. Hey, that was not me. That's why I messaged you. You promised to help. And help I will. Don't touch that system. Pull the plug. Did that immediately. Good girl. We can't see anything, right? Okay, here's what I think. You won't like it a bit. I think the cops are after you. What? Seems they're not as stupid as I thought because of that mall thingy they didn't prevent. Can we if we can pull something on, I will. I did not find out much yet, but they're trying some new surveillance program capable of intrusion. That is probably what's been happening to your PC. Was there anything else? I don't know. There was nothing else we could see. I need to get out of here. We need to add that. Currently fugitive from the law enforcement. She's what? We cannot let our main suspect escape. I will assemble an intervention team immediately. We'll start creating roadblocks. I'll inform the intervention team that they should move in aggressively. As you found out, she might react violently. Since her PC has just gone offline, we should start at her home. Thankfully, we already know her address. I hope that's the right one. Go through her communications. Maybe she will hint at places she goes when she isn't home. Forward anything of importance to me at once. I'll brief the intervention team accordingly. It's in your hands now. Don't mess this one up. We can't afford it after the incident at the mall. Sorry, whatever you do, be extremely cautious of what you talk about. Thanks. Oh, Nina's calling Juliet. Oh boy. Welcome to Rosentech. Oh hey, Juliet. Thank goodness you're working right now. I called your mobile but couldn't get a hold of you. Can we talk? Nina? I'm all alone here, catching up on work. Is everything okay? Listen, I don't have much time. There is this psycho coming for me. He's been stalking me for days. What? What do you mean, psycho? I can't explain right now. Will you help me? Of course, but how? Do you know somewhere safe that my son and I can lay low for a while? I don't know. Come on, Juliet, you've got to think of something. What do we have? Projects. Please. Oh, okay, I know of a place that's the middle of nowhere. It's the home of... No, wait, don't say it. I think he might be listening. What? How? There was this hacker guy who reached out. Found out someone is probably stealing my info and wiretapping my calls. Whoops. Are you kidding me? You mean like maybe listening right now? Just don't say anything that will give my location away, okay? Better safe than sorry. Just help me get out of here. Nina, a bit late for that now. He knows where I work. Sorry. Okay, let's get you out of here. Thank you. Give me a sec. Just gonna pack some stuff. What did we get? Was there something here that we could do? There's so much here. I'm bringing my gun. Whoa, whoa. Are you looking to get yourself killed? If someone's listening to this, they know you're armed and dangerous. She's armed? I didn't expect that. I will tell the intervention team to be prepared for resistance and shoot if necessary. Going out the back door? Yeah, and if I don't bring protection, I'm going to be dead anyway. Oh, someone's at the door. I'm going out the back door. Back door exit? She likes climbing, but she is also injured. Maybe she'll just climb out a window? Okay, please be careful. Hold up. Just let me get through here. Ugh. Everything all right? Ugh. Nina? Oh, no. He spotted me. He knew I was climbing out the window. How? She's panicking. Nina, what are you doing? Not going down without a fight, that's what. Nina, no. You're not gonna get... Nina! Oh man, did we have the right... I guess we had the right address. I lost connection to the officers at the scene. What the... I need my connection back now. Finally. It looks like we were successful. However, our target didn't make it. There was a shootout. After the first shots, the team returned fire. I told them to go in aggressively. I thought it was the right thing to do. I didn't want this to happen. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They done screwed up. Who is writing at the worst possible time? I just want to be done with this horrible day. Can you check the mail, please? Yeah? Nina, I am truly sorry for having drawn the investigators' attention to you, but to be frank, you overstepped the boundaries of our agreement. The bombs were meant as a warning to those who are indifferent, a beacon of remembrance to our message that the thoughts must always be free. They were not meant to kill. Oh man, I can't believe you just found this, can you? They worked together on this madness? But why? I still don't get it. This changes everything. We must find Abraham Goldfels tomorrow. Before, we'll need some rest. It's been one heck of a day. You may log out now. They were not meant to kill. Once again, you disappoint me with your insurmountable hatred and rage. Consider our agreement void. Didn't mean to kill with the bombings. Do you honestly believe that after all you've seen? Man, what a crazy day. Poor Nina. And she was a single mother too. Man. Well, now she's among the lost. Was there any... Oh, wait. There was here? Oh. Oh. We didn't see that. Desmond Shorts was among the deceased. He was killed in 2011. That's why she abandoned it. Oh, man. That's why she bailed. That's crazy. What other things do we have? It also became mandatory to inform employers whenever an applicant or an employee is an ex-convict or otherwise regarded as potentially dangerous. Yep. We're getting so much stuff. Well, now I see that she might have had revenge as a motivation, but it's too late to change anything about that now. What else can we get? Let's see. Memorial. Was there anything else here? I don't know. I think that might have been it, right? Cyber protection efforts. I'm just curious if there's anything else that we missed. I think that was it. Man, that was crazy. Let's log out. Alright, we definitely unpersoned someone, unfortunately. Poor Nina. So, where does that leave us? Who is this initiate person? Is he gonna know that Nina is no longer with us? And what are Harrison's actual designs on everything? And is Abram Goldfels really in charge of all this? I thought he just founded Thought and then kind of took a back seat. But now it's seeming like maybe he had his hands in the pudding a bit more than we thought. If he motivated Nina to commit the bombings, he took a single mother with PTSD and basically convinced her to do this. That's crazy. It looks like all of these people that he's recruited have some kind of troubled past. Maybe he's exploiting these changes. We're gonna have to figure all that out in the next episode as we go on to investigate him in our next day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was quite a little emotional roller coaster there, especially at the end. I feel so bad for Nina and her poor son. What's gonna happen to him, man? It has been a crazy day. I can't believe that happened. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch at twitch.tv/Liara27. I have my schedule posted in the about and in the description. And if you want to see which games we're playing each day, I post them on x.com/Liara27. And I hope you'll join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye. All right, man, that was crazy. Not what I expected, not how I expected that one to go at all. But I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was definitely an interesting episode. I'm practically speechless, man. It's just crazy. But anyways, we will be back here tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be playing some Phasmophobia and some King's Quest 6. It has been a couple of weeks since we played some King's Quest 6, and I am looking forward to that, man. It is going to be a lot of fun. And that will be tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Of course, we'll be playing Phasmo with Night Flurry and Math. I don't know if Phoenix will be there or not, but we will see. For now, I am looking to see who we could raid. We have several people on. I'm just curious what everyone is doing. Why don't we raid KJ Games. It looks like they're playing a game called Cyber Manhunt New World, which seems to be similar to what we were just playing. So let's go ahead and give them a raid and say hi. But anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I appreciate everyone, and I hope you guys are enjoying Orwell. I find it very interesting. It's a lot of reading, but it's really interesting how all this is going down. And it seems like it said choices matter, and yes, they matter. If you drag that little data chunk onto there, that guy is going to take that literally because it's the only thing he can see. So I gotta keep that in mind and be careful about what information we give him. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central. Until then, guys,